Ne godt skog. Det late make with the hustle, David. And too big, we are remembering.
I know with drumming, I was always taught to drum. I try really hard to drum in the language and learn the language songs. But I always thought it was so pretty when I first started drumming. They said that when you sing in your language, you're praying times two. So whatever you are praying for, like the children's honor song, you're praying for the so it's like a form of prayer for me, and we always sing to them because it's our connection to the Creator. It helps us get into a state of that good state. When you hear that drumming and chanted, you feel it inside. It's important to me because that's how I pray. That's how I pray to the Creator, and I offer them that song. It puts me in a good state of meditation almost, or how somebody would feel when they were meditated, and it brings me good feelings. Like I really just feel it.
For me, drumming is part of my self-care. I connect with the Creator that way, and I like to share my songs. It's just part of who I am now, and I feel that connection, and it's a good time to pray. And I think that for me, drumming just lifts my spirit, and any day I get to sing is a great day. I just feel so honored to be able to sing, especially with the other Abijik women. And so I went to a language gathering, a women's language gathering in Presque Isle with my aunt Gail, late Gail Nicholas, and I helped her, and I met some women there, and when I heard them sing, I thought, oh, I just would love to sing like that. They just sounded like angels, and so I met them, and then they got invited to their drum group practice, and I was just so honored. And
would have been over 16 years ago when I first picked up the drum, and I still remember that because I was pregnant with my youngest son then, and I was having a difficult pregnancy, anxiety, and at that time, even though I was brought up around the language and the culture with the Nicholas side of my family, I never partook in it. And at that time, when I was going through this, my uncle Raymond told me, he goes, get a drum. And I'm like, get a drum? Then what am I going to do? It's just like, so I did. I picked up the drum, and I kind of just, I sang to him. Well, at the time I didn't know it was a hymn, but I sang to my baby and it helped me. It did. I still didn't have enough courage to go out and drum or sing around other people. So that was between me and my son. And that bond that we have now is very strong, because after he was born, I continued to drum for him when he was upset, or just to calm him down. So that was, I was thinking after that, I'm like, I could do this, I could do this. So I searched out Marina and Alec, and I asked them if they could teach me how to drum, or if I could join them. And I sat with them and learned the songs. It takes a while. It's still a learning process, because there's some words or some songs, like Ludwagan song, I know it and I could join it, but I'm afraid that while I'm singing with them, I might miss a word and I might mix it up. So I just drum and I sing the chorus. It's a learning experience for sure. Singing, that's part of our culture. Our ancestors always sang and drummed, yeah, before the Europeans came here. They always gathered and they always seemed to know the songs and the dances, everything that we had lost, eh? So now it's starting to come back. And the more songs that we sing and the more dances that we know, the more that come back to our people. Like the teaching, it's like opening up a can of worms when you sing because you raise the vibration. And especially the language songs, your ancestors hear those songs and they're from off of this land and it was their original songs that we mostly sing. And it's they get happy when we sing, they get happy when we dance, they get happy when we gather. And the more that we save and do that, the more we teach our younger generation to continue to do that. For us, about 45 years ago, when I first started following the Red Path, I never knew any songs. I never sang or drummed or anything. But I had a dance group, young girls, probably in their teens. We taught them how to dance. We would gather once a week and at the community hall and teach them the dances. We never really knew the songs then, so we started going different powwows every week. All summer long, we'd go to powwows.
We would use the powwow every weekend. My mother would take us around and we'd go to powwow, and we always heard not the same songs, but we started to learn the songs. So we kind of always knew them, and
They would go and dance there. And the more we went to powwows, the more we started learning the songs. And after a while, we could sing them songs. After we started dancing, then we started learning the songs. And there was no drum groups hardly around except for the Neguitco drummers, but they were all males. And me and Alex and the other girls, they would sing. Every time we took a trip, they would sing all the way, and we'd take videos of not videos, but the tapes, cassette tapes of the Neguitco drummers, and we'd sing with them while the tape was going. And that's how we learned the song. And that was 16 years ago when Lisa Bratya invited Maggie Paul from Fredericton. I know she was past Macquarie from Zebike, but she married a man from Fredericton. That's where she lived, and she had a beautiful voice. And she came to share her voice and her drum with us 16 years ago. And we got a women's group together then, and we started practicing every week. We'd meet at Lisa's house, and we'd gather and keep on learn. I couldn't drum and sing at the start. I could only do one or the other. So at first I started drumming, but I couldn't mix the two. It took me a year to sing and drum after that. And it took me another year to sing in front of people. So it's a learning process as you go, eh?
For me, it's about honoring and recognizing how important our culture is and sharing that with people. Now that, we do sing out there as a group and individually, it's you feel that energy from the people. And there's a lot more that will come up and say, could I join the drum group? And they're unsure, but of course anybody could join it. It's always like a learning experience. It's about that vibration, and what we put out, the energy that goes out there, and what comes back to us.
One of the ladies on the reserve, Lisa, she got a women's group together, a women's drum group, and it was the first time around here for I don't know how long. And when she invited Maggie Paul, and Maggie Paul kind of coached us that first time how to raise your vibration with the music. And when she came, that room was there were so many women. There must have been about 40 of us in that little house, and the room felt like it was vibrating. It really grabbed me when I was young. I was younger then, and I stayed in the women's group, and we traveled around and did some songs, and we started getting invited to venues, and I just learned how to get my confidence in there.
Again, here in the Gutgug, being able to sing with the ladies here in the language also was a way to connect with each other. Because as women, I think it's important that we have that connection and have that support for each other. And for me, I guess I just again feel so thankful. Was welcome. I'm thankful and I'm happy every time I sing. And I learn a lot from everybody I sing with. All the elders that taught me songs, and Elder Mary Maytawashin, she sings the water song, and that's amazing. And with the language song with Marina and Alex and Tina and the other ladies. So I think that for me, I really encourage people to sing. I never thought that I could sing, actually. I remember when I was singing with Maggie, and I told her, I was like, I don't like my voice, Mag. And she's like, it's not about you. It's about singing for the ancestors, and they want to hear you sing. And so she said, just keep singing along. Satandapo, anything, and just use your voice. And for me, also singing honors my spirit name, which is Bedagikakigamit, and it means the one who carries the teachings through the thunder beings, and I fasted for that name. I think that for me, that also honors my name when I sing. So, I was also given, I fasted for the name Gawanahawi with the Haudenosaunee people, and they gave me the word Gawanahawi, the name, spirit name, and that means the one who teaches through words, the one who carries the words. And, I like to honor my spirit names. And our songs are so friggin' important that we don't realize that every time we sing to the ancestors, and they love the old songs. What people are starting to find out is there's even songs out there that we haven't even tapped into yet. And that's what's happening now. So I'm excited about that, to even learn more ancient songs that our ancestors had saved for us. They saved everything that we lost. But we were the first people in the East that lost all our culture and all our cultural ways and everything. But we're starting to get it back, and through ceremony and through everything else that we do when we gather, because we were so colonized that they didn't let us sing, they didn't let us drum, they didn't let us dance, they didn't let us practice our culture whatsoever. The Europeans at the time were trying to stop us from doing that, but now I see like people are starting to learn their culture and language and everything else that comes with it, and it belongs to us. It's the original teachings of this land. Our land was only knew our language here, and it's our Melody territory, and they only talked about they could only hear, even the animals know our language, and the trees and everything around us only spoke Melody. So when they hear the Melody language, they are so happy to hear that. And they've told us through ceremony, keep on doing what you're doing.
It's me embracing my culture and sharing that with others. It took a while for me to pick up the drum because I wasn't sure of myself. I didn't know if I could sing or if I could drum, let alone sing for other people. So yeah, it's embracing the cultural teachings, the ceremonies, because with a lot of our ceremonies, the drums are included. I remember the first time I learned how to sing the Willistuk song. That was the first song I ever learned how to sing. And then I went to the wake of an elder who passed away, and it was in town. And I didn't know all of her family because a lot of her kids grew up in the States, but I know her family here. So during the wake, I was sitting there and I had this urge to just stand up and sing the Willistuk song. And I'm like, what the heck, where's that coming from? And finally it was getting close to the time of closing for the wake, and I went up to her daughter and I said, if it's all right with you, I want to sing for your mom. And she said, yes, by all means. I said, I'll do it after everyone leaves though. I wasn't still comfortable singing in front of everybody. So she said, okay. She went and told one of her other sisters, and then Father Kurt made an announcement that I would be singing, so everybody stayed around. I went up and it was Christina's. I went up to her casket and my heart was like, I'm like, oh, I don't need a drum because my heart is already doing that. So I stood there and I looked at her and I told her, would you okay, man? Help me, you know. And so I started singing and I just focused on her and it was real quiet after I got done. I'm like, oh. And I turned around, Father Kurt was crying. And I'm like, I was thinking, oh my God, it was that bad. It's like, but he said, I didn't know you could sing. I said, oh. But I mean, you know, our elder who passed away, who is now an ancestor, she felt he needed to have that, the songs and the language. And I was just honored to be able to have done that. And from there, it was like, I could do this. I could do it. So I got that little nudge from the spirit world. I look forward to it when we get together and we get to do this for other people, other communities. It's an honor to get asked to sing. You know, I love it. I just love it.
Oh,